Welcome back to our expanded edition of the Situation Room. I'm Wolf Blitzer in Washington. Coming up later, we'll be speaking live with Mike Huckabee, arguably the front runner in Iowa right now. But right now, we're speaking with another Republican presidential candidate. The debate just wrapped up in Iowa. Ron Paul is joining us live from the scene. Congressman, thanks very much for coming in.
Thank you. Nice to be with you.
First of all, were you happy with what happened over these nearly 90 minutes of the debate?
Well, I was satisfied. I wasn't super happy or disappointed. It was pretty routine. It was a little more subdued. But I had a fair amount of time, and I got to make some points. And I was pleased I got to bring up the subject of monetary policy, which to me is very important. That's being totally ignored. And we're in the midst of a dollar crisis, so I was very pleased that I was able to do that.
We were monitoring the debate all hour and a half or so with a focus group of 21 undecided Republicans, and they had a little meter to show us if they liked what they were hearing, if they didn't like what they were hearing. I'm going to put up on the screen and play this little excerpt of what you said when you were talking about what you would do in your first year as Commander-in-Chief, and watch this. If you can't see it, I'll explain to you what happened.
The Commander-in-Chief could end the war. We could bring our troops home. That would be a major event. It would be very valuable. We could be we could become diplomatically credible once again around the world. Right now, today, we're not. Even our allies resent what we do. We would have no more preemptive war. We would threaten nobody. We would not threaten Iran.
All right, on that, these 21 Republicans, you should know, Congressman, if you weren't watching the line go down, they didn't like what they were hearing right then. I suspect some Democrats might have liked very much what you were saying, but this is a consistent problem you've had in this Republican contest.
Well, the whole thing is, if this would have been Clinton's war, they would have gone the other direction, because we ran against Clinton's interventions in Kosovo and Bosnia. So I would say that they're loyal to the party and loyal to the president. I'm loyal to the Constitution and non-intervention and to the founders. And it's just a bad policy. And they have to realize that we lost last year's election over this war. We don't need to be starting wars. And I would say the country's on my side. 70% of the American people and a lot of Republicans agree with me on this. And your statement reflects the views of 21 people, but it really doesn't discourage me, because I'm very, very confident of the correctness of my position.
And it's interesting also at another point, when you were talking about lifting the embargo against Fidel Castro's Cuba, the line also went down. Are you surprised by that?
Not entirely, but again, that's a narrow analysis. But all of those in there probably would be arguing for free trade. And their free trade is supporting NAFTA and CAFTA and the World Trade Organization and putting on sanctions. That's not free trade. We're out here in farm country, and there's a lot of farming in this country, and what we need is free trade. We need to be selling farm products to Cuba. I mean, we're way behind the curve. We do much better when we trade and talk with people. We achieve a lot more in peace than we do at war. Sanctions are a form of war, and it's very threatening, and we do not achieve that. It goes against the grain. It goes against what the founders strongly advised. Stay out of entangling alliances, free trade, talk with people, and travel.
The latest Mason-Dixon poll has you in Iowa at only 2%. In our national poll of the CNN Opinion Research Corporation poll, you're at 6%, yet you're raising incredible sums of money, Congressman Paul. You told me the last time you think you might raise in this last quarter of the year, these last 3 months, maybe as much as $14 million, which is an enormous sum. How do you explain that? What's going on here?
The message is being well received. The people in this country are disgusted. We have Republicans, Democrats, independents, people have been turned off, and new people coming in. We almost have $12 million for this quarter, which was our goal. We have December 16th coming up, a special day. Those organizers claim it's going to be bigger than November 5th. We could have $5 million on that very day, so we're going to be way ahead of the plan.
What are you going to do with all that money?
This tells us, well, we're buying television, and we're doing the campaign. We're probably under the radar screen. But believe me, we're going to get our vote out, and we just may well surprise a lot of people, because we're not sitting on our hands. We're doing the things necessary to translate Internet support and the money we have into getting real votes.
And very quickly, if you don't get the Republican nomination, what is the chance that you will run as an independent third-party candidate?
pretty slim. I have no intention, no plans. The system is biased against third parties and independent runs. It isn't a very democratic process. You run as an independent, you can't get into debates, it's hard to get on ballots. So I'd like to see the promotion of democracy here in this country. We deserve a little bit of an improvement here.
So I don't hear you say the word zero chance. You're saying pretty slim.
It's pretty slim chance for what?
To run as a third-party candidate. Is there a zero chance?
No.
Or pretty slim is just a little bit higher than zero?
Yeah, I would say 99.999%. I mean, I don't like saying absolutes, but I have no plans. This is an honest statement. No plans and no intention to do anything outside the Republican primary.
Ron Paul, I hear you. Thanks very much, Congressman, for coming in.